Hello there, and welcome to Right Eye, where I'll be sharing all my stories, be they fictional or real world experiences, through the lens of a blind eye. It came to them all at once. For some, it came as whispers in a dream. For others, it came as karma. Men that once carried themselves with great pride now walk with uncertainty. Those who were once calm now surrender to their violent urges. Flowers that once danced with hope now sway lifelessly in the wind. And all this because of a single message. It wasn't a threat, it was fate. In merely 10 days, the world as it's known will be consumed by darkness, bringing a close to the era of humanity. Day 1, Rebellion. The sun creeps just beyond the horizon as a man named Gray roams the streets of Sun City, light beaming off his spiky silver hair. He gazes at the chaotic townsmen ahead and lets out a lazy chuckle. What a mess, he says. On the other end of the communicator attached to his ear, an elegant voice echoes the sentiment and sighs. So, if it is the case that we all receive the same message, the voice says, then I'm curious as to what you make of it, Gray. The world ending in 10 days, huh? Sounds fun. Surely you're not going on another one of your crazy adventures knowing full well you have a child at home. Don't worry, I got it all figured out. I'll just take him with me. He cradles his sleeping child in his arms, and before the voice can protest, he continues. Besides, I'm curious about that voice I heard the other night. An old friend of mine would go on and on about how he could hear the voice of God. At the time, I thought he was just crazy, but now? Say, King, want to do a little bit of snooping with me? Later, the two meet up in person for the first time in years. Korra, king of the world's greatest nation, one whose mighty frame stands proud in the glory of the sun. And Gray, the carefree former knight who yearns to live life on a razor's edge. Golden rocks dance along the glistening streets behind them and into the crystal lakes surrounding the city. From a first glance, some might mistake this sight as something otherworldly, eternal even, but even this sacred land has its cracks. The two approach an empty temple, or rather, one empty of any goodness or truth. In just a few hours, this once sacred temple was completely taken over by the cruel and evil-hearted. Gray hands his child over to the king and quickly draws his sword for battle. What is the meaning of this? Korra asks the men, to which they laugh and declare themselves the new gods of this world. Shaken by the message they received that night, they decided to take fate into their own hands. Korra scoffs. And dare I ask what has become of the priest? For aligning himself with a god that would bring about our own demise, we've sentenced him to death. Enraged by this, Gray strikes. His blade cuts through the torsos of a dozen men before clashing with another blade. I remember you. You're the disciple of that pesky man from all those years ago, the masked enemy says. I thought we'd extinguished every last remnant of his ideology, but it appears we've blundered. Well, it's your fault for thinking you could erase a man like that so easily. Besides, it's not like I held every one of the man's ideals, but I did look up to him like a father. That's why I won't stop until you tell me where the priest is. Trying to save the priest now is pointless. That is, of course, unless you join our rebellion. Rebellion, the king says. Against whom? The kingdom? The church? Against God. You're a moron if you think that'll end well for you. But contrary to Gray's mockery, another voice wails mere feet behind him. A childlike voice cries out, as if expressing disdain for the current situation. And the source? Gray's very own son. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and ring that notification bell for more videos just like this. Like I said, I'll be posting both fictional stories and ones from my real life. You can catch me right here on YouTube every Saturday, so keep your eyes peeled for those when the time comes. Anyway, I've been Right Eye, and I hope you all have a blessed day, now and in the future.